This is the video. This is the fucking video. Yeah. What are you doing?
Welcome to another episode of An Afternoon with Jan and Itzy.
Jan and Itzy. I like that. I like how you have the D in there. Because you know it's... Yeah, anyways. I have an incredible story to tell you, John.
An incredible story.
And it's not that exciting, actually. It's okay.
Alright. Well, you gotta hype it up a little bit.
Yeah, so it's amazing. You're not going to believe it.
Alright, cool.
So, the other day, I came home from work and I was exhausted.
Okay.
So I basically, like... excuse me. Pardon me. I pushed all my blankets just to the side and my pillows and everything, and I just curled up in a ball and I just laid down. And, you know, my blankets were behind me against my back. And I just couldn't, like, stay awake. So I fell asleep. And I think I was out for, like, a good half hour. But I wanted to get a haircut that day. So I was like, oh, I got to get up and go get a haircut or I won't have time this week. So I feel my eyes slowly opening, just like a little bit. Like, you can barely see. Everything's fuzzy. And the rest of my body isn't moving. I was awake. The rest of my body was not moving. And it's sleep paralysis.
Oh, you had sleep paralysis?
You've heard.
That's crazy.
That's the first time that's ever happened to me.
Yeah.
So...
It's scary, right?
Well, here's where it gets interesting. At first, I felt like because the blankets and stuff were behind me, I felt like someone was behind me. Almost in a spooning way, and I was like, this is kind of nice. It feels like kind of loving. But then, because my body couldn't move, I imagine my brain started panicking and created something nightmarish.
Yeah.
And that person behind me, somehow in my head, I was like, if I turn my head to my right, it's going to be like a horrifying, like dead person or something.
Yeah.
And it's going to yell in my ear and stuff like that. And, like, slowly, the blankets weren't moving or anything, but it felt like something was rolling over my body from my back, and it started hurting in a way. Almost hurting. Like a little illusion of hurting, you know? Like, my brain was convinced that this hurt, but it probably didn't.
Sleep paralysis I've had it. I was on a couch. I fell asleep on a couch, and in the middle of the night, I just remember, like, I could see the room, but something was weird about it, and I couldn't move. And then, like, this evil face kind of just appeared, like, you know, like one of those shitty jump scares, like a shitty jump scare from, like, the 2000s that they had on, like, I don't know, the
YouTube,
internet.
yeah,
YouTube, you know.
I remember that.
But, yeah, like a face like that, like, just appeared. Like,
well, I didn't see anything. However, before my brain started panicking, because it was pretty dim in here, it was only like this. My little desk lamp was facing the wall, so it was, like, so dim, I couldn't really see much. But, before I started panicking, I was like, oh my god, I know what this is. This is sleep paralysis. I figured it out on the spot, and I was like, just stay focused and try to wiggle your toes. On my first time that I've gotten sleep paralysis, I broke out of it. I broke out, and I was so, like, when I managed to wiggle my toes,
it's a shadow possession.
Yeah, it all came back to me, and as soon as I got, like, I feel like I blacked out in the part in between, like, not being able to move at all, and then moving again, because all of a sudden it just happened. And, I started moving again, and I immediately just elbowed behind me. Like, there was actually someone there. I just, like, swung over.
Like it was, like, Kirsten or somebody. You've been, like, knocked out.
Yeah, that'd be bad. But, I knew I was alone.
Just in case.
I mean, well, better safe than sorry, right? What if it was someone really there, and I break out of this spell, and then I just, like, get stabbed like pussy, you know?
That's it. You made your way out, and that's it. You just get stabbed. Like that.
That'd be dumb. Yeah. So when I finally got, like, up physically on my feet, I felt, like, more powerful than I've ever felt in my life. I had the energy of, like, 1,000 men at that point.
Oh, yeah.
I felt like I could have gone to the gym at that point and just done the 8 gates of death, of course. Gone to death, no problem at all.
Shit.
And ever since then, I have actually, like, had all that power still.
Oh, yeah?
Like, it has not left me.
That's cool.
It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Have you ever had a lucid dream?
A couple times, but every time I have a lucid dream, like, I realize that I'm lucid dreaming, and the first thing I do naturally is try to fly, and I get off the ground a little bit, like, not even, like, jetting off, it's just, like, really slowly. I'm like, yeah, look at me, I'm flying.
It's starting!
And I'm awake, and I'm like, god damn it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's totally easy to, like, psych yourself out when you become lucid.
Yeah.
Because of course you want to do all the cool stuff.
Yeah, because it gets exciting.
Yeah.
And then your blood starts
And you're
pumping.
like, wait a minute, I can do anything right now. You know, like the brain is a powerful thing.
That is powerful. Strong enough to fool us.
Yeah.
At any point.
For sure. So like when you realize, oh hey, I'm lucid, it's just like kind of sometimes overwhelming. I've had it overwhelm me. Like also I've done that. Like literally that where you try to fly and then you just can't do it. Like at one point I was trying to fly and I remember I could jump really high up. But I just couldn't stay in the air. Like
I've had that too.
Yeah.
That wasn't even lucid. That was me like legit in my brain. I was like, oh, I can fly. So, fine. I just couldn't stay up there. I've had a dream where I tried to Rasengan.
Really?
And it didn't show up in my hand, but it worked. I Rasengan someone, but I didn't see anything in my hand.
So you just got obliterated? Like
you basically just like a huge wind of, like a gust of air.
It's pretty sweet though.
Yeah, man. They're sick. But you know like how you can't physically punch like with your strength in your dreams? You can only like kind of like...
Oh, I hate that.
Like you're underwater almost?
Yeah,
I hate that so much.
Yeah, we're trying to run away or something really
slow as hell, yeah. And that's because you know how much energy it takes to run. Like, and when you're awake, you're not physically paying attention to putting this much energy into your legs.
Right.
But you know how much energy it takes. And, like, your brain wouldn't do that because then you would probably wake up. I think something like that. And so your brain, like, makes you move really slowly to keep yourself, like, calm.
Oh,
yeah.
Really? Is that why?
Yeah. The reason you would be able to fly is because you don't know what it's like to actually fly. Yeah. So when you do fly, your brain isn't... like,
I mean, I've done things that normal people couldn't do. I've actually one of the things I really wanted to do when I was lucid, and I actually accomplished this one, was I wanted to be able to phase through shit like Danny Phantom, and I did it, and it was really cool. Like I actually went through a couple walls, and I was like, "This is sweet!" Like, and
or behind those walls,
100% worked. It was really cool.
It was like broken coding in your head.
Yeah, I don't know. But it just went from room to room, and like I went even underground.
Wow.
Like it was just dark. Yeah, like, but it was cool. It was really cool. That was interesting. Also, I probably told you this, but I read a book. Or not read a book. I opened a book when I was lucid.
But you read a book on dreaming. And
no.
You're going to say you didn't read it. You heard the audiobook for it.
No.
Because you're a millennial.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you're right. I'm not. But anyway, yeah, I picked up a book in a dream while I was lucid, and I wanted to see what was inside. And the words weren't words. It was more like gibberish, like on a keyboard. Like if you were just to, like mash the keyboard.
Of course.
And like just a bunch of crap is there.
Yeah, your brain can make it that realistic.
Imagine though, that'd be cool.
I mean, if our brains were like, say that right now they are supercomputers, because like how much they can do. Think of like what we would need in order to create a fake world in there that's convincing.
Pretty intense. It had to be pretty intense. A lot of processing power.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a lot of RAM. Think of all the RAM we need.
Yeah.
Because, like, all the stuff. Think of it, like, if you could... Wait, how big was Minecraft? It was, like, the size of Uranus.
It's giant. It's massive. I don't know the size of Uranus, but...
There we go. Get it all out. Don't say that.
Don't quote me on this, but I think it's the size of Uranus.
Who named that planet? Who did that? Who did this?
Some troll. Back in the days.
Aren't they named after like Greek or Roman gods?
Yeah, some sort of gods.
I think Roman.
Neptune is definitely it's not Greek, it's Roman.
It's Roman.
I think
so there's a Roman god Uranus.
Probably.
That sucks.
Yeah, you're right. I think they are Roman gods. I'm pretty sure
Yeah, because Jupiter is Roman.
Is Jupiter Roman though?
Yeah, the Greek one is Zeus, isn't it?
Jupiter's. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure you're right. Either that or I took a class like 2 years ago.
Oh wait, I don't care about your class. Hey Google, what was my question, dude? Come on.
Is Jupiter Greek or Roman?
Hey Google, is Jupiter Greek or Roman?
According to Wikipedia, the Romans regarded Jupiter as the equivalent
Romans.
of
It's Roman. Let's look at that. And then you just go to school for that. What was that, high school?
No, it was community college.
Really?
Yeah. I took a class.
Oh, right. Mythology?
It wasn't mythology. It was a weird class. It was like kind of mythology and not. It was like Yeah, it was a class. It had a lot to do with mythology, but it was like on literature and like these recurring motifs that they use.
Oh,
in
I remember
stories.
you used to tell me those
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah, I have
That's-
a really interesting book. Actually, I have to say the class was interesting. Like a lot of the the stories that they tell, like the Greeks, like would tell, they're recycled and reused throughout.
Oh yeah, like Shakespeare was not original. He had
Yeah.
stories from back in the.
Yeah, totally.
Of
So
course, yeah.
it's all and it all a lot of it originates from these stories that were like for a long time just like passed down like from word of mouth, I guess, rather than writing. you
Right.
know? Like because they, I don't know, back in the day,
Couldn't write.
most people couldn't write.
That sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I think people should do? Maybe there's already a YouTube channel that's like this, but think of like people who have an actual budget. Like I have invested in this equipment for like recording stuff, but let's be real, there's no budget here. You're showing up in your gym clothes.
Yeah.
And
what of it?
There's like soundproofing all the way up there on the
Yeah,
wall that doesn't do much.
Let's see. How big is that? It's like a meter by. Yeah.
No, that's like 2 meters.
You think it's
Yeah, because
it's a
each
meter
square is like
a meter and a half.
each square is like a foot.
Oh, each one's a foot. Is that true? Oh yeah, I guess they're
12 inches,
yeah,
my
okay.
man.
Okay, so like 2 meters.
I said that.
Okay.
Anyways,
Is it? Yeah.
my point being is that like there's definitely a YouTube channel out there with a cool budget, who say you have an idea for a movie but not a full one, you just make a trailer for it. That would be cool.
Oh yeah, yeah.
A trailer, like you just write the script, write how it would go for the trailer, and bam, just make like a 2-minute video that looks like it would be an awesome movie, but it's not because it's not real.
Because it's not.
Yeah, but say someone likes the idea and they're like, hey, we'll take it.
Yeah.
That'd be sick, right?
That would be cool.
So if anybody knows a YouTube channel out there that does that,
Let us know.
comment and also smash that like button. But also mostly like or share or ding the bell, subscribe.
Ding the subscribe.
What do you do on YouTube?
I don't know. Support us on Patreon.
Oh my god,
Patreon.
we don't have one yet.
Yeah.
But if you
If you
you know what,
send us-
if you see us in the streets,
I'll give
just
you
give me money.
the address will be posted in the description. Just
Yeah.
just send me things.
The link is gonna appear right here, right in the screen.
Right there.
Right, you can do that. Post
Yeah.
links on the screen. Yeah.
Links on the screen.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. What were we talking about again?
I don't know.
Oh,
We're begging
the-
for money.
Can you beg for money on like YouTube?
I'm pretty sure that's what Patreon is. You just beg for money.
It's not begging though. It's like
Support.
donations, supporting. But you're not begging anybody.
All right, we don't need your money, but we appreciate it.
Listen, the more money we get, we do need it, John. We do need it. The more money we get, the more of these wonderful podcasts we can put out
Oh yeah.
with more animations. And hey, if the budget gets big enough, we'll make a trailer or something. How about that?
Trailer, hey. For our podcast. Podcast trailer.
This cane you gave me smells weird. Smell the bottom. You know what? Don't do that. Put this cane back where you found it.
I don't know. This cane's great.
Um,
This cane is like, just like it reminds me of
House. Dr.
no.
House. That's what I think. Because that's why I bought it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
It reminds me of Up, the old guy from Up.
Oh.
But he doesn't even have this type of cane. He has like the cane with the I remember
With
like,
the little
tennis
balls at the bottom, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just they don't make noise when you're caning.
Yeah. You don't have
You're
tennis
caning around.
balls. Yeah. This is great though. This is like a weapon.
It's actually a shotgun.
Oh.
Yeah. It is.
It was
But it would be a cool weapon, right? Like, say I'm pretending to be an old guy and like I don't know, Farming Girl or something. Quorum, maybe what's another bad town? Brentwood? Shirley. Is Shirley bad?
I think Shirley's bad. I don't know.
Surely you must be joking.
Oh, God.
That was awful. What's another bad town around here?
Some parts of yeah.
Some parts of
Yeah.
So,
Some parts of the island are bad. I don't know.
anyways, yeah, I'm gonna be
West.
like, midnighting as an old man who's secretly out there to like kick some heroin ass. heroin like selling ass.
Oh, okay.
Not like a female superhero. Like beating women up. Female vigilantes. No, like I'm stopping like a drug lord or something.
What if she's a female drug lord vigilante?
Well, first I'll ask her. No. Yeah, that's a good question, dude. How do you
I mean,
How do you go about this? Do you
I don't
politely
know.
ask like stop?
where's the line where it's like,
If Hitler was a woman, do you think all the people that said like, oh, if I saw Hitler, I'd punch him square in the face, would they do the same to the woman Hitler?
I don't
Hitler?
know. Yeah, probably. I
Not
mean,
all of them. Some would be
No.
like, oh, she's a woman.
or hit a woman.
Wait, they 6 million Jews, but she's a woman.
Yeah,
We're
there's-
living in difficult times, John.
Right. I mean, yeah, definitely there's going to be a couple people that's like, I don't know. It's a girl. But, yeah, if it's Hitler, woman Hitler,
Female Hitler?
Miss Hitler.
What about a bionic female Hitler? Like Mecha-Hitler, but
Oh, that's easy.
female.
I would.
No, it's still female, though.
I don't care. If it's
Bionic?
bionic.
She's still part person, I'm pretty sure.
If
Like
she's
an
cyborg-
android-like? Oh, right, cyborg.
like a
that's the word.
cyborg?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Cybernetic,
How much?
enhanced female Hitler.
What percentage is woman? What percentage is robot?
Her
Sorry.
pelvis is woman,
Oh.
and the rest is robot.
Oh my god.
The rest is robot.
Jeez, so she has like her period, like normal, but
She can get pregnant.
she can get pregnant.
Yeah, yeah. So
But also,
the
like,
only thing that remains is her female organs. Like, that's
it. She's like a box with
It's a
like
fridge.
It's
It's just a
With
Samsung
her-
smart fridge,
with-
and it's got just a vagina at the bottom or something.
okay, all right. It's a Family Hub 3.0. Like, yes.
Yeah, it's got a little screen, but it's a very feminine one. So she's like delicate.
Right.
So female
You better get the warranty on that.
cyborg Hitler. Would you punch it? Her? I'm sorry. Her.
And she's killing the Jews.
Well, that's how she got the name Hitler. I'm just calling it Hitler for now.
I mean,
Hitler means Jew killer in German.
right. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yes. I would.
Difficult moral
I would.
decision. How about a female Stalin?
A female Stalin. Well,
But a
Stalin was
cybernetic
fucked up
female
too.
Stalin.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah. It's
Cybernetic female Stalin.
Oh my god. Also a robot.
Yeah,
The same.
Mecha Stalin. She's
I
also
feel
giant.
like since it's a robot woman, it's just easier.
Well, is it really gonna hurt her?
Oh, you're right.
I mean,
Can,
punch
can,
her square
can
in
I
the
take
face.
down a robot
Yeah.
female Stalin?
Yeah, I said like enhanced. So like, I don't know. They have like the crushing power of like one of those videos on YouTube with the.
Oh,
What are they called?
called? Oh, hydraulic press.
Hydraulic. Their hands are hydraulic press.
Is that how they're taking out the?
What?
Is that how they're doing the genocide?
They're
Hydraulic
pressing
press.
them. They're going around putting people into smart.
Ah, really slow.
Really slow. That'd
Stay
be
there.
awful, honestly. Like,
Yeah, that's fucked up. That
Being
would
crushed
terrible.
slowly.
Oh,
Think about the first few moments
oh no.
that it first
No,
like gets to your skull. You know,
Oh no, that's probably
worse
one
than
of the
getting
worst.
gassed.
That's
Maybe
probably
I don't want to say it is, but it sounds pretty bad.
you're getting gas. It's 100% worse than getting gas. It's slow and painful. I don't actually wait. Yeah, no, that is.
Well, what happens when they got gassed? Was it it burned you from the inside, right?
Did it burn you from the inside?
I don't know. It depends on the kind of gas.
Yeah.
Was like what was
Because
it?
when I think gas, when I think gas, I think like you know like you
Like
breathe
cyanide
it
just
in.
kills you.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
dead.
You breathe it in slowly, like you just start to die.
No, because think about like not pneumonia.
But your body like produces like some euphoric shit, right? When you you ever hear when you drown? Like
when you're drowning, that's different.
yeah.
That's not something that's burning your
You're
inside.
kinda
Like
drown-
mustard gas. Mustard gas
Mustard
literally
gas is
burns
fucked
you
up.
from the inside out.
Yeah. All right. So it was mustard gas, but
I don't know if it was mustard gas.
I would not wanna
because it did get made during World War II, so it could have been mustard gas.
dude, I don't know. I don't know what I.
In fact, isn't mustard gas like the easiest poison you can make? Just household items like pneumonia
I have no idea.
and like bleach or something.
You're asking the wrong guy. I've never even
You've never made mustard gas before?
I never made homemade mustard.
Not even
gas.
a little.
Not even a smidge.
I'm pretty sure it's super easy to make. Which is why it was used for that.
Yeah. No, I think I'd rather be gassed than hydraulic press.
Yeah. Man, I don't know.
Yeah, dude, think about your bones like just getting crushed. The
How
pain.
How quickly do you think you'd be dead? Because think about like you're laying flat on the ground.
Oh,
like,
you'd have to get flat.
Or you could just.
I don't know why I was thinking you'd be standing up during this.
Why would you? Oh no! What am I gonna do? You're still standing straight.
It crushed you like a fucking can. I don't know, dude. I don't know why I was thinking you stand up and bend on your knees and go through your torso.
your muscles be strong enough to hold you up against the hydraulic press. You definitely that. So like, let's assume you're laying down. The first thing that's gonna start getting crushed, I would imagine, is your head. Luckily, in this case, it's pretty lucky. Unless you try to hold it up with your arms and like legs and desperate anything, you know.
Oh, dude, just that first couple moments.
Oh my god! Say you get stuck in the wrong position while getting crushed. Say your knee's too high up, and you can't stretch it out. So now, before it comes to your head, you have to wait for it to crush your leg into your torso.
Oh, dude, no.
So you have to lay down flat.
That's what I'm saying. It's too slow. It's too horrible.
It's too slow and horrible. But okay, say you're laying perfectly flat. Your feet are to the side, so they're not like straight up. You're like trying to be as flat as possible. Your head is gonna be the first thing to
be crushed.
Oh, your chest actually. Oh, it's gonna blow the wind out of you. You're not gonna be able to breathe, and then you're gonna feel the pain of getting crushed.
Dude, I am not enjoying that.
Oh man,
no way. That's horrifying.
That is horrifying. But man, there's really no sweet way about this. I don't think in this scenario, like if they said, "You want to be gassed or hydraulic press?" I'd be like, "Fucking whatever. It's gonna suck. Just do it."
I'd still probably choose the gas. I don't know what it is about the hydraulic press. I mean, I've seen that thing like
you think it's too
obliterate
slow?
Like a what?
You think it's too slow?
Yeah, I think it's too slow.
Because like I don't know if the gas is that fast. I think the gas enters you, it like burns your eyeballs, your skin, your insides. So it's like almost like burning lime.
Yeah, but I just can't imagine like my bones being crushed.
I get that, but I think what your fear is of how like, so we see people getting burned all the time, like on media and all that stuff. You know, like movies and stuff like that. So I feel like we become like, oh, it can't be that bad.
It's burned to death. Yeah,
but we never ever see someone get crushed, like actually crushed, like flat. You know, like a toothpaste bottle. So I'm guessing that's why it sounds more gruesome, because we're like, this is the first time we're putting this graphic thought in our heads. It's basically like the whole joy behind like Saw. The Saw movies, like the plot's okay, I guess. Like, what is really the plot?
I don't remember Saw very much. Which one was that? That was I don't remember.
What's got to be said? Saw 3 was the best. You have to watch Saw 3.
What were the Saw movies?
Saw 3. I don't remember the first one. Or the second one. I just know the third one's the best because I remember it the most.
Is that the one with the puppet?
Yeah, that's the one with the
Jigsaw. Yeah, I was trying to remember. Yeah, so like correct me if I'm wrong. The plot is like basically there's like a group of people and they slowly get picked off, and they get like,
yes, but the bad guy is like, I don't know if he's a doctor or something, but he picks these people because they are shitty in some way, and then he makes them make a decision. But like either way, they're gonna fucking die, right?
Yeah, it's like
except the main character, of course.
Yeah, it's like like they're chained up and they have a saw and it's like, okay, you could saw your arm off or
foot.
Yeah,
it's the foot.
I don't know.
Yeah. I like the twist. I think it was in the first one. The twist in the first one is like the main characters in this like, and I hate the filter for the movie. It's so sickening. It's like almost greenish. No, I hate it. I hate it the way it looks because it looks just disgusting. So I think that's the point though.
Just make you uncomfortable.
Yeah. So the main character is in the room and then there's this body next to him. He's dead. At the end of the movie, it turns out Jigsaw's the dead body. He wasn't really dead. He was just like there to watch and everything. I think that was a good twist. But the third one is actually about the Jigsaw, the serial killer. I don't know what his actual name is. He's like sick and dying, and this girl who like admired him continues his thing while taking care of him at the same time.
I think I might have seen it a long time ago. It was not recent at all.
Well, the only thing I remember is the gore. So
Yeah.
there's a dude who gets like strapped on like a different machine, and they all start twisting. That's something that I never thought of, and I pride myself in thinking of a lot of gruesome stuff. And I was like, that's horrifying.
It's
Imagine
pretty
they just twist slowly.
Ugh.
Like
Uh,
there's a point where it just hurts a little bit, and the pain just magnifies. You know.
Yeah. No.
Same
Forget
thing
that.
for his neck and legs. I was like, cool.
What's the goriest movie you've ever seen?
Goriest movie I've ever seen. I don't think this counts. Nah, I guess the Saw movies. I'm not crazy about gore.
Yeah, I hate gore. Have you ever seen The Evil Dead?
Evil Dead, yeah, I was thinking about that too.
Like the new
With
one?
the baby. Oh no, not the new one. Was the new one the one where they crushed the baby, this like fetus's head underneath?
No, I don't think they crushed the fetus.
So
There's a new one.
no, there was one. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's Evil Dead, but there's one where a pregnant woman's running away from some evil dude, and she's under so much stress. She gets in the car. She's under so much stress. She has the baby, I guess, and she starts the car. The baby like rolls under the pedal.
Under the pedal?
She steps on it.
What kind of movie? Wait, but the original one is old, isn't it?
The original one's old as shit.
Is it black and white?
No,
It's not black.
It's not black and white. It's directed by the same guy that directed. Oh, Sam Raimi. I'm pretty sure. The same guy who directed Spider-Man 2. Not all the Spider-Mans, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That is weird.
Yeah.
The one
think
I
so.
saw, the newer one, is the only movie I ever walked out of.
You walked out of it?
Yeah.
Was it just too gruesome for you?
Yeah. Well, no, it was too gruesome for my ex, but
Ah.
and I was sitting there, but it was bad for me too. I was like trying to play it cool, and I'm like, oh my god, like,
No, it's cool. It's cool.
yeah, no, it was totally horribly gruesome. It was like they were like ripping off body parts, and just like the special effects were crazy. It was like way too vivid, you know. I guess but that was the scary
It's the
parts,
practical effects,
you know?
right? Because when they use practical effects, I feel like it's the most effective. Like when they use
Practical?
CGI for like
Oh, yeah,
horror,
yeah.
like Final Destination, that doesn't get to me because like it's so CGI.
Yeah,
So
bad CGI is bad.
yeah, especially the puppets that they use, like the bodies, the fake bodies. Oh, it's so bad. Like you see someone like get impaled, and you see their arms like rubber back and forth, and I'm like, that's not how our human body would move under that.
That doesn't seem
It just
right.
takes me out. But Evil Dead used a lot of practical effects. I'm pretty sure, so that's why it was pretty gruesome, gross.
When did like the CGI now is so much better than it used to be. Like
That's true, but some movies, if they don't have a good enough budget, you could still tell.
You just tell, yeah.
Like Venom.
Oh yeah,
Venom was not good.
CGI is no good.
Yeah, I don't think the movie was good.
Just no, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it was good at all. I'm just gonna spoil this for you and for everybody listening. To all two of you people, and that's including
alert.
John.
Oh no.
Spoiler alert is in order. Like towards the end of the movie, the bad guy Riot, I'm pretty sure his name, he stabs Eddie through the heart without venom, like his venom symbiote's like somewhere else, and then he's dead. You're like, oh my god, did they actually just kill him? What are they gonna do in a smart way to revive him? Venom just comes and he's like, all right, no, you're back. And oh, okay.
You're revived now. Really? Like
here you go.
they didn't really explain it. Did he like? I don't know.
Venom heals Eddie, but like, he died. They show him dying, and we're like, there's no way he died. There better be a smart way that they bring him back. Like maybe Venom falls on him or something. I don't know. There's really no smart way to bring him back because they just wrote themselves into a stupid situation. But yeah, he's dead. They like keep the camera on him for such an extended period of time, and then you hear the music for like Venom come in, and he just comes over, takes over him, takes it out, and he's like, all right, let's go. That's it.
You're alive again.
Let's go stop the bad guy.
That's such a shame. Venom is such a cool character.
He is a cool character, but I'm telling you, he became like such a wuss, man, a wussman.
It's such a shame. I always love that character. It's just
That's a
a
cool character.
cool design.
And
His voice.
the worst part is that, like, since people don't know what Venom, most people, I would assume, don't really know what Venom is. They watched the movie and they liked it, thinking, "Oh, it's a quirky alien movie." You know, it's not supposed to be a quirky alien movie because Eddie is like a buffoon. He's like, what's going on with me? You know, he's going like through puberty or something. I don't like that. And now it's gonna get a sequel because people have no idea. I mean, I guess if I look at it like objectively without prior knowledge of Spider-Man or anything else, it's an okay movie. It's pretty funny.
Right, but since you do,
My expectations are like way up there.
Right.
Unfortunately. John, what do you think of tiny penises?
Tiny penises?
Yeah, just.
It's unfortunate.
No, but what do you really think? Stop right there. Find out on next time. Find out next week. In a few days. Find out on the next podcast.
Okay.
Sign out, John.
Signing out.
Okay.